Hello, so for this video, we are going to go over Introduction to Part Design. So go ahead and click Continue, and you're going to open up this page here. So in the first section, Part Studio Interface, you are going to watch a few videos, read a few articles, and then do some self-checks. All right. This is where you get to check for understanding and see what you understand. Next, you're going to go to Sketch Geometry. And in this situation here, you're actually going to start creating a drawing. So anything that says exercise actually has to be drawn. So to get that done, you have to go to Documents, click on Create, and then click on Document. All right. So in this situation, in Sketch Creation, this is our target task. For Extrude, this is what you have to do, and for Revolve, this is another task. For now, we're going to focus on Sketch Creation. Notice this is the end goal. You create some sort of keyhole, and if you notice, you have your dashed lines and then your actual lines on the outside and the circle with this little doohickey right here. Some measurements, some degrees. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, we do need to create a new document. So once again, you go to Documents, click Create, and then click on Document. So in this situation, we now have the document created. So let's go ahead and click on Begin Sketch on the front plane. And we're supposed to reorient this. All right, so we can either use this right here to reorient, click around, and we can move around. You can also, if you have a computer or a laptop, you can click with two fingers on your mouse pad. And I guess I can't do it right now. Hold Control. Nope, I can't do it. But anyways, click with two fingers if you only have a laptop like a Chromebook, and you can move this around. Now, in this situation, we want to get to the front plane, so let's go ahead and click on front here. Notice we are moving the object, or view. So now, to go to sketch, we have to select the plane, so we're going to click on front. If I ever click outside of this, I have to click again, and then I go to sketch. If you ever click outside, or if you exit, your sketch will be deleted. But if you click on front again, you can go ahead and click sketch. All right. So if you click the check mark, it will exit out of the sketch, but then you can right click on sketch one, click on edit, and you go back to this feature. All right. So now we have all of these tools to use. We'll be learning how to use these as we move on, but let's go ahead and get started with the task. So in this situation, we want to sketch a corner rectangle. So we want to do a rectangle just like this, and then do a dashed line going from the center of this rectangle. Notice these icons here. This specific icon here, these are all constraints, but these specific ones are being used to say that these lines are all connected. So first, we're going to start off by creating a rectangle, and keep in mind we're told to create a line directly on the origin. So we want this specific line here on this line here, but we want the rectangle centered on this dot. So let's go ahead and create that. So let's say we don't make a perfect rectangle like that. All right. Now we can do a relationship. Let's click on this. Nope, not coincident. We want to click on midpoint here. So click on midpoint, this line, and then the dot, or our origin, and we actually center the rectangle. All right, we don't care about the dimensions right now. We'll get dimensions later, but we do want this construction line here. So let's go ahead and click on the origin, hover up, and we click again. So once again, I clicked, I let go, I went up, and I clicked again. So now I click escape to get out of that. Or, no, it's not working. All right, so we get out of it by clicking back on the line. So now we want to click back on the line, and then we click on this feature here. This is to make it a construction line. So this is actually not a permanent line. It has nothing to do with our actual drawing. It's just a reference point. So now next slide. In this situation, we are now creating this entire document, or this item here. So let's go ahead and try it out. Let's start by creating this item up here, and then we'll go ahead and do the arc in the bottom. Remember, we do not care about dimensions. Okay, so for the item above, let's click on line. And by the way, if you were to get out of the sketch, all right, if you click X right now, you delete everything. So make sure you click the check mark. Notice it's all saved. We click edit, and we're back to this feature. So now we click on this. I click on that dot, let go, click again, I drag it over, and then I go back down. All right, and then notice I'm not making any more lines. Strange. All right, so we created this item above. Now let's create the arc below. And by the way, we can also store constraints. See, we have all of these marks. These are all, if we look back up here, coincidence. So that is pretty much just saying that this line is connected with this line via this dot. So now for this arc down here, we are now clicking on this 3-point arc. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So we have a 3-point arc, but just to make sure, we have a 3-point arc. So I'm going to click here, find it there, and then, whoops, I messed up. Let's Control Z. Oh no, Control Shift Z. Let's undo that. All right, so back to the 3-point arc. So let's click 1, 2, and then we go down. All right, perfect. So back to our diagram. So we are good to go. We have everything created. It looks kind of weird, but we are fine for now. Okay, so now at this point, we do want to create a circle right at the center, and we want another construction line here. So, and another construction line in this area. So let's go ahead and try that out. Actually, we're creating this one, and we're turning, oops, I'm still on the arc. Let's unclick. So we are creating this, turning this and this into a construction line. As seen here, construction, construction. So now let's get our circle. We click here, and it's a center point circle. There it is, and we create it. Unfortunately, it's a construction line. I forgot to click out of this. So now let's click this again. Oops, I'm creating another circle. So let's click on this and that. And there you go. It is not a construction line anymore. All right. Next, we now need to create these features here, these 3 lines. So notice this bar right here, this vertical one is stating that this is vertical and this is also vertical. This equal sign is stating that this is equal to this. So let's go ahead and do that. We have our line. Go up, over, to the side. Notice it is now horizontal. And it's perpendicular, not perpendicular, or my bad, vertical, and now it's vertical. Okay. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. So this is vertical, vertical, horizontal. This bar is now parallel to this item up here and our line down here. So now let's set this equal. So we click on this, hold Control, click on this other line. So now we have both lines selected. And let's make sure they're equal now. Oops. Now we can. There we go. So now it's equal. So we don't have to hold Control. All right. So we're good to go so far. Okay, so now we're adding some dimensions to this. So let's go ahead and do that. So notice we need 1, 2, 3, 4 dimensions. So I'm going to click on Smart Dimension or Dimension. So our first dimension will be this little one. I'm going to click, let go, and I hover up, and I click there. However, notice this is in meters. We don't want meters, we want inches. So make sure you go to Document Menu, Workspace Units, and switch this to inches. This will save us. And check. All right, now let's go back to Sketch, Edit, and I'm going to click on this twice. Notice it's in inches, but we don't want that amount. We want 0.75. So 0.75. All right, and notice how everything adjusts because we have some constraints. So now we have this height from this bar to the center, the origin. So let's click on dimension again. And let's actually move that outwards. We can leave it there, but we should have put this on the outside. Let's actually practice good habits. Delete. Let's try that one more time. All the way out here. We want 1.25. Now, 2.5 from this line, the construction to construction. 2.5. It's just getting taller, so let's zoom out a little bit. Now this top line to the origin will be 3.5. Click down here, and now we put 3.5. All right, so we notice this is looking a bit wonky right here. So what we need to do is add another relationship, but let's get rid of smart dimension or dimension. Let's click on this line and this one, and let's make them equal. And it shifts a little bit. Cool, we're looking good. All right, now the next step, we are now adding a size to our circle and this other arc down here. So let's try it out. So in this situation, click on dimension, click here, go outward, and we want a value of 2. And then we also want a value of 2 down here. Notice it's all changing because of these constraints. Constraints must be respected. All right, so now for this angle here, okay? So we should have been saying accept. Oh no, we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and use this dimension tool to actually put in this angle here. So let's try it out. So I click here, and I click to this line here. So once again, I'm gonna do it one more time. I click on the top line, this angled line, and notice now I can add my dimension or my degrees. So in this case, I want 45, and we shift. We can change this to be a bit more dramatic just to see the change. And it gets awkward, so Control Z that. Let's not do that. Let's keep it at 45. And they want us to accept it. So there it is, our completed item. And finally, they want us to get this value for this area. So to do that, you are going to click on this here. Notice it does not contain this item down here. So to get that, notice my area is down here. Yeah, so try it out. All right, anyways, for the next slide, just to make sure you got the right area, go over to the self-check and go ahead and try this out. All right. Anyways, you should be matching your value for your area to the value here. So go ahead and try it, and good luck. Thank you.